I'm going to take Cam Akers over 69.5 rushing yards. I think they give him the ball a lot on Saturday. He touched the ball 30 times last week, had 28 rushes. And the Packers' rush defense is not great. They allow 4.5 yards per carry, bottom 10 in the league. And it has been announced Jared Goff is the starting quarterback, which I think helps Akers, at least presents some sort of throwing threat. But yeah, 69.5 for a starting running back in a game that's going to feature a lot of running seems kind of low.
And you got to love it because of the eye test here. I mean, Cam Akers, he's not someone who's plugged into a lineup. This is not a replacement level back. This is a guy who has his first cut ability that he showed in that Seahawks game last week was incredible. So my prop for this game, and I think if you do want to support the Rams here, I think it's a defensive touchdown plus 320. And, the Packers have a great offensive line, but I think that there will be penetration with Donald and the other great linemen there, no matter what. And there's also, him going the Rams have just been making plays. Every week I watch them, they get a defensive touchdown. If they're going to succeed, it feels like a defensive touchdown is part of that recipe. So plus 320, this seems like the most valuable way to bet on the Rams this weekend.
I love that. And yeah, it's kind of the thing where the Rams need to score on defense to win this game. That's how I felt last week. They did, and then they won. And I definitely feel that way this week.
Jalen Ramsey's going around. He's exposing every overrated receiver.
Yeah.
So I think you're up this week, Davante. I like Aaron Jones receiving yards. Watching that Seattle game, it wasn't just an impressive performance from Los Angeles. I was really confused as someone with a bet on Seattle, with Seattle in parlays, with Seattle in sweetheart parlays. I promised I wouldn't do it, but I did. Sometimes you place a bet right when you wake up, and it's never gonna win. Receiving yards over 25.5.
Okay.
And his weekly is right around that point, but I feel like I saw something in the Seattle game, and I feel like Rodgers and LaFleur were texting about it during the game.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers under 254.5 passing yards. This Rams defense is unbelievable. This is the best defense I've ever seen the Rams have. I know it's Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, which is very scary, but the last time the Rams allowed a quarterback to throw for over 250 passing yards in a game was week 7. And it was Nick Foles because we were winning by 14 points. I don't think the Rams are going to be winning maybe ever in this game. It could be a big Aaron Jones game, like you said. I would possibly look into an MVS over Valdez-Scantling or a Tunyon over, because I do think Davante Adams will have trouble.
And going back to Jalen Ramsey, doesn't it seem like this guy always shows up in January? During that Steelers-Jaguars game 3 years ago, he was all over that field.
He's incredible. It's awesome to watch. I hope that they just leave him on Davante Adams the whole game. For some reason, DK had a few snaps not against Jalen Ramsey last week, and he scored a touchdown on one of them. It's why would you ever not have Ramsey on the best guy in the field?
Can I just try and pull up the Davante Adams receiving over under? Let's just examine that. Davante Adams under 76.5 minus 118.
I like that too.
I know we were going to pick the best line from each of ours, but just looking at Davante against Jalen.
I know. If you can't take anyone's over against Jalen.
Yeah, and it's 76.5.
It's pretty high.
No way.
Yeah.
Under. I am terrified of the Rams here. What do you think? If the Packers just win, I got $300 coming my way. Do I maybe hedge with the Rams points here and try and have it both ways?
Yeah, why not? I personally think the Packers cover, but if we're expecting this game to be a low-scoring game and the spread's at 6.5, there's a chance they win by 3 or 4. I'm a fan of hedging, especially if there's a chance to double up. So I would go for it.
And everyone was very impressed with the Packers last year before they played an NFC West team with a tough defense and a good run game. And they got blown out of the building. So that scares me here.
It's true.
All right. So Saturday is awesome. Then we go to Buffalo, New York in the nightcap.